Good morning. Good morning. I had this on my heart and it was overflowing. It was in my head and I was like, I can't wait to do this on a podcast because I'm going to forget all the things that I want to say and then I have to write it down. And I got to get this off my chest. So hi, hello, good morning. Whoever this is for, I hope this finds you well. I have 3 reasons for you this morning for why showing up for yourself is so hard. And I felt prompted to speak on this morning. What's up? Because I've noticed, I'm just feeling like a heavy spirit of like all of the women, not all of the women, but a lot of women in my circle feeling like they've been fighting this battle or this journey, their journey to wellness or their personal development journey, or, they're all kind of bundled up in one and they're finding it so hard to be where they want to be. Hey, love, good morning. And I wanted to give you 3 reasons why this might be, because you may be tempted to convince yourself that there's something wrong with you, that you're not cut out for this, or this sort of life wasn't made for you. And I want to give you 3 reasons why it's so hard to show up for yourself, because it's none of those things that I just said. It is absolutely none of those things. So the first reason why you're struggling to maybe go to the gym consistently or not be on the internet so much, or maybe your goal is to like read more or to listen to podcasts or meditate, whatever it is, and you're finding it so hard to make this change or stick to these goals that you've set for yourself. The first reason why is because you don't have like a compelling enough vision for where you want to be. Okay? Because most people are aiming for, I just want to get by. And as long as that is the destination that you're putting in the GPS, I just want to make it through this month. I just want to make it through this year. As long as that is the level, right, of anticipation and excitement that you have for the next step for you, your brain hears that and is like, oh, okay, so business as usual. Nothing more than what we've already experienced. Got it. There's no incentive to try for more. So when you start trying to say, oh, I want to exercise more, I want to do these things more, and I just can't seem to keep doing it for myself, and I always get discouraged and fall off, or whatever the situation is, whatever's happening, the reason why it's so hard for you to make this change is because you've already told your brain you just want to get through, just survive. So it's not going to strive to create different outcomes. Now, on the other hand, when you have a compelling enough vision, like, I don't just want to get by, I want to be sexy as fuck. That's different than I just want to be healthy. God, I get so mad when I hear that as people's motivation. Like, no, the fuck you don't. You know you want more for yourself, but you're so afraid to say it. You're so afraid that it won't happen for you, that somehow you're just the one anomaly that can't lose weight. So you don't want to aim for anything more than just, I just want to be healthy, right? Or you're so afraid that you'll never actually get a good job or get your business get to where you want it to go. So you don't aim for those big things because you're so afraid of disappointment. So as long as you keep these small visions and as long as you keep these small aspirations, or they're just at the surface at the same level that you've been at, right? There is no incentive for your brain to try harder. There's nothing pulling you to do those things, right? So having a compelling, clear fucking vision is you don't need discipline. You don't need more motivation. You need something like that is the motivation. That is the discipline right there. When you can set something high enough, like in your mind's eye, whether it's through vision board, whether it's through meditation, visualization, whether it's through journaling and writing it down, but you have placed your eyes on a target that is so exciting for you, doing the work to get there. Yeah, it's fucking hard, but you're like, but I'm going to have that. That hits different than I just want to be healthy. Your brain's like, cool story. Ew, bananas suck. But when it's like, I want to be a bad bitch that's healthy as fuck and takes care of her body, your brain's like, all right, well, I guess we can eat this banana. Then like it gets easier, but you won't ever experience that part, the joy of the journey that people talk about, as long as your journey is just to where you've already been. That's not a fucking journey. You're just walking like parallel. You're just walking in the same line. Okay. I want this to be quick, so I'm going to fly through these. The next one, number 2, was vision, lack of a compelling vision. And the second one is lack of self-worth. You struggle to show up for yourself. And mind you guys, I'm always talking to myself too. These are like hearts to hearts with Bonnie too. So I'm glad that this is hitting, Terry. The second one is your self-worth, because also I wanted to add, never mind. I'll stay on track, Bonnie. When the way that you feel about yourself screams like, she deserves this, that's why I'm doing it. again, it's not so hard to stick to those new habits and those new things, because most of us are operating from a place of, and you don't realize it, but the way that you view yourself is it's not all that great. You don't see yourself as other people do. And I had to learn that the hard way. I had to learn this last year that I did not see myself the way maybe you guys do. And so like they say, new levels, new devils. And I talked about this before. I think it's new level, same devil. It just grows with you. So if you lack self-worth down here, even though you get to the next level, this new level is now causing you to re-examine those struggles that you've had with thinking that you're worthy. And so if let's say you get a promotion, or you get a new circle of people, or a new friendship circle, right? You get a new promotion, or you start making more money, your life changes. You start doing the thing that you said you want to do. You start leveling up. Well, if you struggled with self-worth down here at this level, and now you're at this level and you're seeing your scenery change, you're seeing the people around you make more money, talk about more important things, and talk about investing, or talking about things that isn't just the dumb shit your friends used to talk about. And so now you're re-examining your self-worth again. You're like, I don't belong here. You're like, and so that it's the same devil. It's not a new level, new devil. It's the same one that has come back and has grown with you. And as long as you don't face that part, because it's kind of embarrassing to talk about, and it's kind of embarrassing to really examine what we think about ourselves. So we don't want to do that. That's the messy work. That's the work that hurts. That's why so many people are stuck where they're at, when I'm like, you have to do the work. And they're like, yeah, no, coach, I don't want to talk about stuff like that. I just want to talk about my fitness goals. I'm like, yeah, because you're not hitting them because you don't want to do the work. And this is what's holding you back. You think it's your job. You think it's your kids. You think it's everything else in the world. Why you can't grow your business. All these things that I hear clients saying, I'm like, no, it's because you don't think you're important enough to put that area of your life first. Because if you didn't, it wouldn't be a fucking problem. But you don't want to address that issue because it's painful to dig up the reasons why you don't feel very good about yourself. And so we don't do it. And we keep trying to rely on discipline and motivation to carry us through some of the toughest parts of our life that are meant to teach us everything that we need to know to get to the next level. But we don't want to do it. So we stay stuck at that level. That was a whole lot. And I realized that. So take a moment. If you're watching this on the replay, go back and listen to that part again. Write it down, absorb it. Please, because if you can do that without having to live through the pain I went through last year to learn that, I would be so happy. If just one of you messages me yo, I sat down, I thought about that shit, I examined it, look at it on the backdrop of my life, and I'm like, oh my gosh, that makes sense. If one of you says that, then it'll be worth it. This whole life will be worth it. And because dear God, that is a painful lesson to learn. And then the last one, lack of vision, lack of self-control. What was the P, Bonnie? Patience. Okay. Lack of patience. The main reason why I wanted to hop on and share this with you guys this morning is because in my journal, a planner, it is amazing. I'm going to make one for Mind and Body that fits more like the everyday woman and not just a CEO, but this planner is insane. And it's so helpful, and it's everything that I could ever think of to add to a planner. I'm like, she did amazing. And at the beginning of every week, it talks about habits that you want to hit. And then it's got, the boxes to show, did you do it Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday? There's 3 areas, personal life. You can call the areas whatever you want. 3 habits you want in your personal life, your health, your business, relationships, whatever. And I look and I'll set all these goals for myself every month or every week, and I'm not hitting a lot of them. And I was about to get frustrated with myself. And then I remembered, I'm like, this is a lot. You are wanting to implement 5 new habits on top of your already busy life. And no, it hasn't been successful yet, but look at your life now and look at the things that you do now that were not a habit before. I wake up and come hell or high water, I'm working out some kind of way. Do I miss days? Yes, but it's not normal because this is who I am now. And I didn't get here overnight. And some of you are giving up on yourselves after a couple weeks or a couple months. And it's calm the fuck down. You've been who you are for 30, 20, 30, 40 years. And you're trying to change what the automated things that you do, your habits, that is programmed in your subconscious. That shit doesn't get there overnight. And we're giving up on ourselves so easily because we haven't mastered it. And it's can you give her some time? Can you give him some time to learn this new thing? Right? Okay, so you didn't do it 5 times this week and you wanted to. Did you do it once? Okay, so Mondays are the day that we're getting it done. All right. Our goal now is to get a Tuesday in there. So it's Monday and Tuesday. I'm doing this one thing that I wanted to do. I'm reading 10 minutes a day. Okay. And then if you keep it up over time, you'll look up and you'll be like, hey, I'm reading 10 minutes a day every day. It took a long time. And most weeks I was only doing it one day. And some weeks I was doing it too, but hey, I finally got it. That's what it takes, is that patience with yourself. But we don't give it to ourselves because we don't have a clear enough vision, and we don't have, I call it big pick energy, BPE, instead of big dick energy. And that's like one of our facets, in mind and body for our team. I was like, big pick energy. Like, you have to have that, because when times get hard, you guys are going to hate me. You love me now, but you're going to hate me. And I'm going to ask you to do things, and it's going to get tiring, and you're going to be like, you have to have big pick energy so that you don't give up on the mission. And so often when it comes to, one, if you don't have a compelling vision that gets you excited, how are you going to have big pick energy, right? That compelling vision ties into your self-worth, because you start to believe that you do deserve that. So now those two are tied together. And then the patience now connects the three, and it works out so much better than just trying to beat yourself up about not changing your habits overnight when you haven't even been really clear about yourself, about what you want. So that's all I have for this morning. I didn't think that I was going to have so many words, but I did. So I hope that this blessed someone. Next month, February, I'm going to do a pop-up vision masterclass. I keep getting those confused, because vision board masterclass, because I didn't do one this year in January, because I'm leaning into this thing in my life and in my business called leading intuitively. You are so welcome, love. Where I don't do things because I feel I should do them. I do things because they feel aligned. And I did not feel aligned to do any sort of, like the thing I did last year, Exponential Abundance, or do any of those courses, because I had too much on my plate. And now I'm slowing down. Thank you, Nick. And I'm slowing down. And I'm like, when it feels good to launch this product, we'll do it. But I'm not just going to say it or launch it because other coaches are doing it, or it's this time of year, you should be doing this. I'll do it when it feels good. So it feels good to do a vision board masterclass and teach you guys how I've been manifesting things and how to be patient with them. Like, when this next one happens, guys, this is like the missing piece on my vision board. I'm like, oh my gosh, I can't believe it's happening. I'll share it with you when, everything's set in stone. But it's so dope. But it's so important that you do these things. Like, I did not believe in vision boards, guys. I thought it was a waste of time. I thought it looked like some fucking Tumblr shit, with girls on the beach, clashing champagne glasses and little hearts and roses and fireworks. I'm like, the fuck is that? How is that gonna get me to my goals? But I figured, I did some work and started studying psychology and started studying law of attraction and all that stuff. And I was like, okay, got it. So that's what I taught in a masterclass called Exponential Abundance. And I was going to do that live again this year, but I didn't have the energy to do it. So instead, what I did was I made all of my courses 50% off, because it's my birthday month. So right now, if you see that course and you want to learn how to do what I did to start manifesting things, and instead of just thinking everything was out of reach for me, you can grab that course right now for 50% off. And I'm going to do the masterclass for the vision board next month, because that way, if you got the if you did the course and you learned how to tap into your intuition and realize that manifesting is like God's gift to you, that you can create, like you're co-creator of your life. Once you do that class, you'll be set to make a vision board that actually makes sense and actually makes shit happen, instead of just some pictures that don't mean anything to you and don't penetrate your subconscious. So anywho, I need to go shower after this workout. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. I'm going to drop, if you're on Instagram, the link for the masterclass or the library that's 50% off. It's in my bio. If you're on Facebook, it's also the link in my bio too, but I'll drop it in the captions for this live. I love you guys. Have the best day of your entire life. I don't know how to stop the phones. There we go. I still don't know how to stop my phone.